In this video we're going to divide mixed numbers. Here's page 1, these two examples. Page 2, these two examples. Page 3, what is the product of these numbers, and also what is the quotient of these numbers on page 3. So please use the index on the top left of the screen, and you know, skip around if you're reviewing or you need to. Okay, if you need it. Okay. So anyway, we'll start with dividing mixed numbers. 2 and 5/6 divided by 1 and 4/5. Once again, a little bit of a problem here. I mean, that's kind of a weird thing, because 2 and 5/6 is in fact 2 plus 5/6. If you had 2 and 5/6 cups of sugar, that would be 2 cups of sugar and also 5/6 more cups of sugar, right? So it would be 2 plus 5/6. So it's that divided by 1 plus 4/5. You know, it's kind of a difficult problem. Like, what would you do with that, right? So could you all by yourself figure out one step we could take at the beginning to make life a little bit nicer here? So what would the first thing you would do with these mixed numbers be to kind of make things easier? Any idea? Take a wild guess. Take a guess. You could change them into improper. Change the mixed numbers into improper fractions, right? If you change them into improper fractions, then you'll be looking at something you've done before. It won't be so bad. So we'll do that then. So 6 times 2 is 12, because 2 is 12/6. 6 times 2 is 12, and 12 and 5 is 17. So we've got 17/6 divided by 5 times 1 is 5. 5 and 4 is 9. 9/5. Okay. And now we still have a divide by sign, so don't go cross cancelling anything just yet, because we can't. I mean, you can only cross cancel if you're multiplying. You might have the urge to cross cancel a 3 with the 6 and a 9, but don't do that, because look, you've got division, right? We have got to flip and multiply now, don't we? So when I'm dividing by a fraction, I flip it, I multiply, and I flip it upside down. Okay? There we go. That's the correct thing to do. Okay? So that's something to watch out for. You're dividing, you've got to flip the fraction on the right and multiply. Or multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction on the right. Okay? The divisor. Okay. Can we cross cancel anything? Doesn't seem like it. So this is going to be a little bit messy, because we don't have anything to cross cancel. So we just have to go ahead and multiply these things across. So let's see, 17 times 5, I'll just work that out. Let's see, well, 10 17s is 170, half of 70 is 35, and half of 100 is 50. So that is going to be 85 over 9 sixths is 54, I know that. And I'm going to give the answer as a mixed number. So 54 into 85 would go one time, wouldn't it? And what would the remainder be? Well, the remainder would be 85 minus 54 is what it would be. 5 minus that is 1, 3. So remainder would be 31. So 1 and 31 54ths. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I should have 17 times 5. Of course, I should have done long multiplication there. 5. 5 7s 35. Carry the 3. 1 5 85. Right. So you could do that. Okay. So how about 12 and 6/7 divided by 3? Press pause and just see if you can get the answer, and then skip the video ahead and see if you get the same answer as me, right? Or you could follow along. I'm going to go slowly, or you could race me and try to do it faster than me, whichever you prefer. But my first question is, what would the first step be? What should we do at the very beginning? Any idea? First step, most easiest thing to do would be to actually change everything into fractions, into improper fractions. Okay, so 7 times 12, I'll just do that over here. 12 times 7, 7 times 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 7 is 7, and 1 is 8. So that's 84, and then so 7 times 12 is 84, and then I've got to add 6, don't I? And that gives 90. So this is 90 over 7. Divided by, we don't have multiplication yet, remember, divided by, now 3, what's 3 as a fraction? It is 3 over 1, right? And you don't multiply these because you're dividing, and don't try to cross cancel anything because you're dividing, right? You've got to divide fractions, you have to change that to multiplication. How? You got to flip the fraction on the right and multiply. So multiply by the reciprocal of that. So 1 over 3. Now you're multiplying fractions. Now you can cross cancel if possible. Can you see anything to cross cancel there? How about 3 into 3 goes once, 3 into 9 goes 3 times, 3 into 0 goes 0 times, right? So that gives me 30 times 1, 30, over 7 times 1, 7. And as a mixed number, that is? Okay, so let's see. 7 into 30. How many times? Well, 4 7s is 28, right? So that would be 4 times. And of course, 30 minus 28 would be 2. So 4 times remainder 2. So 4 and 2 7s, right? Alrighty, let's move on to page 2. Page 2, we've got these two examples. So I'll start with this one. And oh my goodness, 2 divisions and a parenthesis involved. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? Well, for one thing it means is we've got to remember our order of operations, PEMDAS, don't we? And PEMDAS says you start with parentheses, then you do exponents, and you multiply, and then you divide, okay, and all that. So hold on a second. Here's parentheses, right? And what? And like we've got to do this inside of here first because of the order of operations, PEMDAS, right? Okay, so we've got to do this first. So let's focus on that. And we've got 1 1/4 divided by 4. So any idea what to do there? First step would be to change those mixed numbers into improper fractions, right? So we go 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So of course 1 1/4, don't you agree that if you had 1 1/4 cups of sugar, that would definitely be 5/4 cups, right? So it's 5/4 anyway, divided by, and turn 4 into a fraction. That's 4 over 1, isn't it? Right? And you might be tempted to cross cancel the 4's, but why can I not cross cancel the 4's yet? Because I am dividing. Whoa, you've got to change division to multiplication, right? 5/4 multiplied by, flip this one upside down, 1/4. Okay. And can you cross cancel anything now? Nope. 5 times 1 is 5. 4 times 4 is 16. I've got 5/16. So this whole guy, this whole thing in parentheses, you see, worked out to be 5/16. And I still have 7/8 divided by this, right? You could have written that all the way down, but you don't need to, you know. I mean, okay, so you just worked out the parentheses, and now we have 7/8 divided by this, and we should know what to do now, right? You take the next step. You're dividing again. This fraction divided by this fraction. So we need to multiply by this guy flipped upside down. Okay. So, does anything cross cancel? I'm multiplying now, so I can cross cancel now. That's okay. 8 into 8 goes once. 8 into 16 goes twice. Okay, now 7, multiply the tops, then multiply the bottoms. 7 times 2, 14. 1 times 5, 5. Turn it into a mixed number. 5 into 14 goes how many times? Twice, and remainder is 4. So 2 and 4/5 is what we've got. I think anyway. So the trick was we had to do what was inside the parentheses first, right? And then we had to do the rest of the problem. And I think that's right. Yep, okay. So by all means press pause and try and do this one all by yourself and then check the answer. Or you could race me and see if you do it faster than me. Or you could go at the same pace as I'm going. I'm going to go slow so everybody gets a chance to learn, okay? So I have parentheses in this problem and I have 2 divisions. So once again I've got to remember my order of operations, PEMDAS, or do parentheses first, then exponents, then multiply or divide, and then add or subtract, right? So parentheses has this divided by this. So I'm going to focus on that first and just forget about the divide by 6 part. So what's the first thing I need to do when I'm dividing this divided by this? Change it to a improper fraction, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 and 1 is 5. So I've got 5/2 divided by 3/4, right? Now I'm dividing fractions. So what do I need to do when I'm dividing fractions? Flip and multiply, right? So 5 over 2 multiplied by 4 over 3. So now I'm multiplying, and now I can cross cancel if I like, because I'm multiplying, right? So 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 4 goes twice. So 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 3 is 3. So the thing in the parentheses became 10/3, didn't it? This thing became 10/3, and of course now I can deal with the divide by 6. Okay, I could have written divide by 6 here and here, but you don't need to, right? You're just working this part out. Now you've got this divided by 6, right? Okay. So what am I going to do? Write 6 as a fraction right now, just for fun. 6 is 6 over 1. So you can just stick the over 1 there. You don't have to write the whole thing out again. And so now, of course, I have 10/3 multiplied by, because I'm dividing fractions, so I need to multiply by 1 over 6. Okay. And can I cross cancel anything? I see a couple of even numbers there, do you? There's an even number on the bottom, there's an even number on the top. So 2 into 6 goes 3 times. 2 into 10 goes 5 times. And that gives me, let's see, 5 times 1 is 5 over 3 times 3 is 9. And that is a proper fraction because the top is smaller. So I can't turn that into a mixed number anyway, right? So that's simply the answer there, right? Let's move on to page 3 and we'll look at what is the product of these guys and then what is the quotient of these guys, okay? So product means multiply. Quotient means add, subtract, multiply, or divide. What do you think? It means divide, okay? If I'm getting the product of this and this, I've got to go 4/5 multiplied by 3 1/3, okay? And then work it out. So of multiplying this times this, what's the first thing I need to do? Change this guy to a improper fraction, right? So it's 4/5 times 3 is 9. 9 and 1 is 10. So 10/3. Now can you cross cancel something? 5 into 5 goes once. 5 into 10 goes twice. and I get 4 times 2, 8, over 1 times 3 is 3, and that is 3 into 8 goes twice, remainder 2, so 2 2/3, right? Okay, when I'm doing the quotient of this and this, I must make sure I go this divided by that. So the first number divided by the second number. Okay, so go ahead, you can by all means press pause and just see if you get the same answer as me, or just try and race me if you like and get to the end before I do, whichever you prefer. So let's see. I'll go slowly. Now the first thing I need to do is change these mixed numbers into improper fractions, right? So 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3. 13/5 I have, divided by 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 plus 2 is 7. Now, I'm dividing fractions, so it means I've got to do what? Multiply by this guy flipped upside down, the reciprocal of the fraction on the right. Okay, now you're multiplying. What can you do here? What would make life nice and easy? Well, by all means you can multiply it across if you want to. 30 times 5 is 65, and 5 times 7 is 35, and then you could try and simplify that. But look, that's a little bit more work than just going 5 and a 5 goes once, 5 and a 5 goes once. See that? And now I just go 13 times 1 is 13. 1 times 7 is 7, and turn that into a mixed number. 7 into 13 goes, well, 2 7s is 14, so 7 into 13 would be one time, right? Remainder 6, so 1 6/7. Yep.